الحياة من
computer, go ahead, and then here at the top under virtual controller settings, shock and be played and type back to Xbox.
One, and then we're going to be coming to the right beside our player, and we're going to be dragging down, and we're going to be selecting our PS4 controller. Now with this, you're going to have two options of the PS4 and then the PS4 white. In this case, I'm going to be choosing the white, and it has a nice contrast with red and setup. I'm going to be showing you step by step how to do everything. Let's jump right into this. So the first thing you want to do is make sure you have your PlayStation 4 controller plugged into your PC. You can do this over wireless or Bluetooth. Whatever method you want to use to connect your controller is just fine. Once this is done, we're going to be coming to this link. Links are always in the description down below. And this link is going to be for the Gamepad Viewer website. Now we're going to be using this to grab all the information from our controller to have a highlight and show up in our OBS. So once you're here, first you want to do is press a couple buttons on your controller and make sure it's fully connected. From here, you want to come to the currently viewing option on the top of the website, and we're going to be selecting player 1, and then we're going to be coming to the right beside our player, and we're going to be dragging down, and we're going to be selecting our PS4 controller. Now with this, you're going to have two options of the PS4 and then the PS4 white. In this case, I'm going to be choosing the white, and it has a nice contrast with red and white. But of course, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be the color of your controller. It will work for pretty much anything on here. But as you can see right now, even when I'm pressing buttons and playing around with the analog stick, everything is working just fine. It's already being picked up. But of course, we can change a couple of settings with this just in case you're coming into some errors. So what I want to do is click on the burger menu over here on the left, and we're going to be opening up the info box right here. Now this is going to open up a secondary box where we're going to get some more controls over this. So first thing we're going to be looking at is the remap buttons. And by coming here, we're going to be able to see all currently mapped buttons. So what I want to do is come to the please select controller you're using. We're going to be selecting this down, and we're going to be selecting player 1. If you want to add a new button mapping, you can do all that here. I'm not going to be getting into this too much. Mine work perfectly well. But if you want to change anything, you can do that right here. In case you're not using an official controller or you're getting some errors, you can change all that you can also get some extra skins for your controllers, which is really nice. They do let you rent them out for a bit, but they do recommend that you pay over time. Finally, we're going to be closing this down. There's one more thing you can do. If we come up here beside the controller select option, we can see this color wheel here in the background. If we click this open, we're going to be able to choose the color of the background of our controller. So in this case, I'm going to be choosing this limey green color. Click OK, and then you can see you change the color in the background right here. It doesn't really affect too much. When I bring it into OBS, it's going to be blank in the background, but it's something you can play around with if you're going to be using it like that. Once you're happy with all your controller settings, you have everything mapped and you have the color in the background, we're going to be coming back to our burger menu. We're going to be coming to the info option one more time, and we're going to be coming to the generate URL. Now this is where we're actually going to be able to interact with OBS by using this URL right here, but we're also going to get some extra more refined settings if you want to play controller you wish. You can change the skin as well if you want. I'll double check just to make sure it's PlayStation 4 here. And once you're happy with all your settings, everything will change in this URL automatically. All you want to do is click on the URL and it will automatically be copied on your PC. From here, all you want to do is open up your version of OBS. We're going to be selecting whatever scene you want to apply this to. I've created a brand new blank scene here called custom controller, and we're going to be adding a new browser source. To do this, come to your sources tab right here. Click the plus on the bottom and click browser. From here, you can give this a name if you wish. I'm going to be naming a controller. Click enter, and then you're going to be changing this URL path here to the URL we just copied from the Gamepad Viewer website. You can change the height and width if you wish to change it. I'd recommend changing the height and width here if you're going to have it at a specific size, as dragging the red boxes on the background in our actual window is going to stretch and scale and add some pixelation. Set the FPS. I'd recommend setting this to whatever you're going to be recording or streaming at. So in my case, I'm going to be recording at 60 frames, so I'm going to be putting it to 60. And then finally, you can add some CSS and some more options down here. I wouldn't recommend playing around with the CSS unless you really know what you're doing. And the other two, I wouldn't really recommend doing anything with. Click OK, and then your controller should come up as disconnected. Don't worry, this is perfectly normal. All you want to do to reconnect it is press any button on your controller and it will automatically be added back here. And if we press some buttons, they will automatically come up. Now you may notice some delay with this. If you do, you can change around with the settings in OBS to play around with some delays. But for me, it was very minuscule and didn't bother me too much. It's not actually going to delay the input. It's just going to delay the reconnection to OBS. So the controller is not going to be affected in that case. And one more thing I should mention is you should leave the browser open in the background. You shouldn't minimize the browser, you shouldn't close it down. Keep the browser open in the background to make sure this connection is going to work. It is really necessary to keep that open, otherwise this might give you some errors. But anyway guys, it's that easy to add a live active controller to your OBS. If you enjoyed this tutorial, I'm going to leave my PayPal down below. I make all these videos for free. I work full time. I put a lot of work into these videos. So if you enjoyed them and want me to keep making videos, be sure to hit that donation key down below and check it out. But anyway guys, hopefully you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, be sure to drop a like, subscribe if you're new, check out the other videos on this.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and I'm going to be showing you guys how you can get your YouTube subscriber count in OBS for when you do live streams and stuff like that. You can see, for example, in this video on the right hand side, we have a subscriber count there, and we'll be able to adjust the size of it, move it around, and everything. Just want to add the subscriber count. So before you do anything in OBS, what you want to do is go to your YouTube channel's dashboard in the YouTube studio. Now this is one of my other channels that I do. So when you're in this section right here, on the left hand side, you want to go down to where it says Analytics. You would see over here it says live subscribe count, and you would click this. Here is where you get a big pop-up of your subscribe count, and if someone were to subscribe right now, the subscribe would go up in real time. Now what we need to do is get this page onto OBS, and the way you do that is you go to sources, you go down to the plus, and you want to go to where it says browser. When you click on browser, you can name it whatever you want. We'll just name it YT sub count, just so we can keep it organized. You hit OK, and you'll see this pop up right here. Now we can change the width and the height to 1920 by 1080. That way it fits up most of the screen. Or you can just right click it in the source section and you can go to transform and go to fit to screen like that. Okay, so now what you want to do is go back to the live count and you want to copy the URL at the top. Once you copy the URL, then you want to go to the OBS URL and you want to paste it in there. Once you paste it, you hit OK, then you will see something like this pop up where you actually have to sign in to your account. And if you want to sign in, you have to right click over the source and go to interact. Once you would interact, this other window will pop up, and here you can actually click on it and interact with it. So what you want to do now is sign in to the preferred YouTube account that you're going to be using. And then once you sign in, you would see it pop up just like this. And then that's how you know you're all set. So once you have the screen like this, now you'll be able to crop out the stuff you don't want. So obviously you probably just want the numbers and not all this extra stuff. So what you're going to do is go to one of the corners here, hold down the Alt key, and while you're holding it down, then you could drag the mouse to what you want to crop out. So we can do it again, hold Alt, basically closing in on the number. Obviously, depending on how much subs you have, you can adjust it. And then after you crop it out, then regularly you can adjust the size. So if you want to put it on the top corner, if you want to put it here, if you want to make it bigger, you want to make it smaller. And it's honestly that simple. Now, if you have any questions or anything you're having trouble with, ask in the comments below and I will try to help everyone. If you found this video helpful and useful, make sure you hit that thumbs up and subscribe for more tutorials like this.
لما توصل بندين العالم هيدي الوصفة بتمنى يحبوها وأكيد ما حينسوها.